Slice it out.
talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time. But I want to say that I'm excited about what...
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
They called for me. They sent for me. They sent for me. They sent for me. They called for me, y'all. They sent for me. They called for me, y'all. Disrespecting Kangaroo Black. Before I even start answering questions, everybody pull up. I'm going to do a live reaction. Before I even respond, I haven't watched the whole video. I saw the first 2-3 minutes. I'm going to watch the rest of the video with y'all. Let's review it. Because after we just post the clip that got sent to him, we're going to go back and look at the live from this morning. Okay? I love how people do this. But I got something to say.
Listen. If y'all still going over watching KB and listening to like the stuff he inciting, y'all looking for pure entertainment. Because that's what it is at this point. That's what it is, man. That's what it is at this point. Him, the other boys, it's pure entertainment at this point. Because they only have these crazy outcries after they get proven wrong. and they got their people that follow them. It's cool, man. We're going to keep preaching the gospel, the real gospel. We're going to keep preaching the gospel here.
Coach Smook, what did I do to you, say to you, or say about the content that you create to make you want to speak negative on what I'm doing over here? You do know that I done been on your platform twice, and not one of those times did I call you or get in contact with you and ask you to be on your platform. It was the other way around. You contacted me asking me to be on your platform. And yes, I did it. I did you a favor. If you want to know the truth about it, I did you a favor. Okay? So don't get it twisted. But I don't understand how a guy, KB, ain't did nothing but support you. How you want to say support? I've been on your platform. I subscribed to your channel. I even told a lot.
I want y'all to know that everything he's saying is facts right now. Like, I reached out to him after, because I wish my assistant was in here. I never wanted to do content with Kangaroo Black because he has more of reactive content. I don't do more so do reactive content. I didn't feel like us collabing would be good for either of our content bases or how we push our content. That's the first thing. I've been subscribed to KB for about 3-4 years now, so let's just set that precedence there. But let me continue to hear this, because I can tell he already getting his feelings. This is about where I stopped it. I just wanted to respond to that. So just from this point, from what I've heard, everything he's saying is fact. So let me get to the rest, because people seem to think I have a problem with Kangaroo Black. But yeah,
A lot of them told my subscribers to come over there and subscribe to your channel. You remember that too, because when I was on your platform for the second time, you linked it to my platform, and I had over 100 people in my chat.
64.
All right, or watching on my end, and I told them to go over there and subscribe to your channel. 100%. I'm quite sure you remember that. I'm quite sure. So for a person who ain't did nothing but support you, another content creator, what make you want to speak negative on what they doing on their platform?
Mm-hmm.
Please let me know. Please let me know. And it's not me, only me that you done spoke negative on. Maybe this the first time. Maybe it ain't that you done spoke negative. Man, let me stop speaking negative. Talking shit, basically. Talking shit.
You know what? It's funny let me go big screen. It's funny that everybody can have an opinion on what Coach Smook say and my viewpoint, and when I point out stats and do all this other stuff, it's funny how everybody can have an opinion. But as soon as I put a name on, the only difference between me and the rest of everybody else, I just don't sugarcoat it. What's the problem with having an opinion? When I said that it's pure entertainment, I enjoy watching Kangaroo Black's lives. That has never been a secret. So for you to have to go and do an edit, not even just go live and spill the beans, but to go and do an edit, that means you got in your feelings. And you got my number, clearly, because we've contacted each other. We've supported each other's content. So for that, you could have reached out to me, because I wasn't speaking ill on nobody's content. I literally said for everybody that's going over there, it's pure entertainment at this point, because every time there's an outcry, it's after they get proven wrong. He said we couldn't stop the defense couldn't stop the run. What does Alabama go and do the very next week? They go and scheme up and stop the run. When we sat on our live together, I said Kane Womack is good at addressing whatever the primary source of offense is for that defense. He's good at creating a defense to shut it down. The adjustments is where he's going to have his problem. It's his first year. Give him time. We had a live. All of the statements that he made on his live before that, he debunked the statements that came in and started agreeing with it. I ain't had no problems with what he said before. It was an opportunity to create content. We collabed. It was a great opportunity. I benefited from it. I got 16 subscribers off the live when we came. Great. Appreciate it. Publicly, even been supporting people come over here and talk trash about them. I give my response, and that's my opinion. So what's the problem? Let's just establish that. But let's go, because now I'm seeing he in his feelings. Let's get to this. Like, for real, man. Y'all, and then y'all come to the comments. Y'all be taking shots. I be letting it slide. But y'all get mad when
this
I have my
the first time you done did that.
Come on now.
Concerning me, I don't know. But this is the first time I seen it, because I was watching when you said that bullshit. I was watching. But since you was about to go go offline, I didn't comment. I was in the midst of writing a comment. So, and I also tried to send you a text too before I did this video. It won't go through.
KB, you a lot.
It's saying the wrong address. Maybe you done changed your number.
KB, you a lie. I talked to Kangaroo Black Thursday, October 10th. Anybody that knows me know I've had this new number since July. I talked to KB Thursday, October 10th when we went live together. So you lying. The same number I sent the link to. So you lying. That's fact number one. That's fact number one. I'm looking at it right here. I ain't gonna show my boy number, but that's a lie. And anybody that watches my content, this ain't the first time I've commented on KB's content. I have people that we share his content in my Discord. So for people like Brock who come in talking crazy, don't even know what they talking about, Brock, you don't want to see me. That's all I'm gonna say. Straight up. Like you, because then you start taking personal shots. At the end of the day, I ain't taking no shots. I support KB's content even after this. So if y'all came here looking for drama, you came to the wrong channel. That's why y'all see, it's funny how y'all show up to support drama, but y'all won't support somebody that's actually grinding and putting in work. I text KB from my phone, this same number that I text him from when we was setting the last show up. And I said, bro, I see what you did there. I said, I like what you did there. Man, I hope you know there was no ill intent, but I'm going to respond. It's going to be good. Literally text that to him. Come on, man. I don't live off drama. If I lived off drama, then why you following me? It's easy for you to unsubscribe, Brock. It's easy to unsubscribe and stop sending me invites to your spaces on Twitter. Simple as that. Thank you. But let me get back to this reaction, man.
Your number, I don't know. I don't know.
And
but
trying
I
to
can
take
show
little
you
shots.
that I did try to text you if you want to know. If you want me to prove it, I can show you that I tried to text you. All right.
I caught the man and everything. I got woke up with this an hour and a half ago. He posted the video.
Yeah, it
2
ain't
hours
only me.
ago.
You done spoke on a lot of content creators.
No, I'm keep doing it.
If you want me to name a few, I can. Stephen M. Smith.
Yep. Still talk to my dog every day.
Coach J.
Still
Kyle
talk to him.
Hayes.
I don't talk to him. Sure.
Kyle Henderson. Matt B. Great. Those guys over there at Bama Standard. And the fact of the matter is, some of those guys help you get your start. Those guys over at Bama Standard, especially. Stephen M. Smith.
Don't do that.
They help you get your start.
Don't do that.
But here it is now. You speak negative on them. Kyle Henderson.
Hey, chat.
You just,
give me this. Can I not have an opinion? Can I not have an opinion? Can I not have an opinion? Can I not look and hear what somebody says and be okay and be like, man, that's stupid. I can't do that because I'm on the camera too. I'm cool. I'm cool with KB. I promise you. Even when I said what I said, it was no ill intent. But I can't have an opinion. See, I dress like this for y'all because I knew it was going to be some people show up now. You know, y'all be rubbernecking because whoever sent them the clip only sent them enough. They didn't send them the whole dog gonna tell them to go and tune into the live. He said he came in at the end of the live for the comment. Bro, you got my number. You got my number. I could call your phone now and I can hear your voicemail. That's all I'm saying. And everybody talking about I'm jealous. I support this man. What are you talking about? I was a member on this channel for the longest. What are y'all talking about? I still support him. I'm coming to address y'all because y'all the ones trying to turn it. Whoever sitting in the clip, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming and supporting my content still. Everybody is still looking for drama. You came to the wrong page. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to still support Kangaroo Black. And I'm here to publicly say it live, just like I said live. Bro, your content is pure entertainment. I love it. I tune into every live I could tune into. And I'm going to keep tuning into it. I don't comment content. I don't comment in your chat because when I come in there and comment, everybody gets distracted and starts showing love, which I appreciate, but I don't want it to be about me. So I come in and I enjoy the content. I enjoy the pure entertainment. I mean, the only reason I don't catch Steven's show live because we go live at the same time. So everybody that thinks I'm just speaking negative, I have an opinion. And that's what it is. I have an opinion. I'm in so many different circles, man. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. I'm in so many different circles. And when I have an opportunity to respond, I appreciate Kangaroo Black for speaking publicly on it. He ain't scared. He ain't in group chats like some of these other cats. And in these same group chats, people sending me screenshots. I could do the same thing. I could do all these edits and go live and respond. But if you not, it's not going to bring nothing. K Black is smart. This was smart. He knew it. He knew it. He knew y'all would show up and come to my live and give me a boost on my content. And I appreciate y'all for falling for it. Yeah, he knew it. He had to know it. Because he got my number. He didn't try to text me. Look, I don't have. He got my number. So perfect marketing, but I couldn't let it slide because I respect you too much. So I wanted to come and clear the air before it got too crazy. There's no disrespect towards Kangaroo Black. There's no disrespect towards any of his content. Anybody that knows me, everybody in my inner circle, everybody in my admin group know I rock with Kangaroo Black. Now, some of the other people he named, yeah, we got some little difference of opinions, and I don't really go and support their content. I see it come up, I like it and keep it moving. But I actually watched this man. And we've actually watched him live on this channel. Have we not? AAA family. You get what I'm saying? So I find it funny that y'all came here. But yeah, man. What somebody said go to that 9-minute mark. What happened at the 9-minute mark?
If you're completely ripped and shredded,
Let me see
like
what
me,
happened at the 9
and you're not making at least 10.
y'all. What happened at the 9-minute mark? What happened at the 9-minute mark? I don't know. They said that boy got mad, bro. But like I said, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna still stand on this position too. And like I'm gonna keep saying it. You have a platform. When it's an opportunity to influence, right? Because that's what you are, a social media influencer, you're an influence content creator. There are certain points where some things just don't need to be incited because you have some people that will go to their grave and argue those points. And he came on that first show and admitted that, yeah, I was overreacting, this, that, and third. Well, let's talk facts because there was something he was saying about the rushing. He brought up stats. He actually started talking football stats and stuff.
Come on, man. And then you have the nerve to say, and they got people that follow them. Hell yeah, we got people that follow them. Hell, we a lot more than you got following you.
Facts.
How about that?
You've been doing it for 20
Since
years.
you want to talk so much shit, man.
Since you've been doing it for 20 years. I'm not thinking, bro. I promise you. I'm
calling
not
out other Alabama content creators, talking shit about them, or talking shit about the content that they putting out, talking down on them about their opinion. That's not the way to go. What's your motto?
Authenticity above all. So instead of me sugarcoating and trying to hide behind my people, my followers' comments and stuff, I just say it. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? It's like those burner pages. It's those burner pages. That's what it is. I refuse to be a burner. I'm gonna say what I say. I have an opinion. Is that not? I'm just saying. And y'all showed up. We got 62 in the live, 78 in the live that showed up for some drama. And I'm just showing y'all the difference between my mentality and a lot of these other content creators because it's been done a certain way for so long. But I don't think people see the transition of how this industry is moving. But I appreciate Kangaroo Black for this.
The AAA family. Authenticity above all. Well, if talking down, talking shit, and talking bad about other content creators and they platform and the content they put out is you being authentic, then you might have an issue. You might have some problems. Come on, man. I don't want to deal with people who talk down on other people, who talk negative about other people, especially when they gave them no reason to. Especially when the people that they talk about basically tried to help them.
Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got to speak on this. There's this misconception out there, and I'm going to say this publicly. I ain't never looked for nobody to feel sorry for me. Y'all saw how I handled the Kyle Henderson situation. That was dirty because it was done on a public platform. But if y'all want to know the truth of the matter, and it's a lot of people, and I got to do this. Because now he got this idea that these people have helped me. I'm going to tell you what happened at the Bama Standard, why I left the Bama Standard. One, all the edits you saw in the Bama Standard, all of the intros, from top to bottom for months, man. I was doing 3 shows on that channel. 3 shows on that channel. Hours a day dedicating content and still doing my own content and my own gaming content, still building the Coach Smook brand, getting texts in the middle of the day, edit this, edit that. Hey, can you get this? Can you get that? Doing it. Just at the end of the month to get a payout, a Cash App payment or a PayPal or Apple Pay payment of $33. Right? $33. $33 because we're splitting it 13 different ways because we got all these people a part of this network. And I'm not knocking it. I wasn't doing it for the money at first, but when I was putting that type of effort in and it was pulling me away from my content, yes, it became a strain. So when I started getting opportunities because of the content that I was putting out, not because of the content I was doing on their channel, the content that I was putting out, people forget that I was still doing my own channel. I just wasn't doing it full time. And so when I started getting to a level where people started inviting me, yes, I started taking advantage of opportunities. Who wouldn't? And it's funny how when I was working with them and doing everything for them and putting their brand and everything before mine, oh, Coach Smook this, Coach Smook that. But when I started wanting to focus on my stuff that I was trying to build for me and my family and my legacy, oh, now I'm selfish. Now I'm negative. I was on your platform. I was on the Bama Standard giving the same type of opinions about other content creators on the Bama Standard. But all of a sudden when I leave there, and I start doing the same thing, it's a problem. But the same thing happened when I left there. A group of people that understood my point of view, that where I was coming from, it was just an opinion. Those same people still rocking with me. Same thing happened when I went to Kyle Henderson channel. And everybody know how that Kyle Henderson situation went down. We're not speaking on that no more. I respect Kyle for the opportunity. All that is squashed. Me and Kyle Henderson are even good. That went down the way it went down. I move on. I'm doing my own thing now, and I'm still being the same person I was beforehand. The only difference is now I'm plugged in a little bit more. So I could pick and choose what I want to take serious and what I don't want to take serious. That's part of being a content creator. But one thing that I will not do is allow people to have this misconception that these people actually helped me when they actually used me. They actually used me. Just imagine how much effort and time I put into all those other channels. And I call Justin Riley. I still have these people's numbers and I talk to these people. So for everybody to come over here and take my opinions and make it seem like I'm taking a personal shot at somebody, that's y'all opinion. But for y'all to be trying to twist it and make it seem, man, anybody that's ever came in contact with this network and worked with this network, no, if you leave and go do your own thing, I'll push you out the door with full support. Full support. We're so mission focused that we have time to acknowledge and address somebody that we truly respect before we allow y'all to continue to try to create a negative narrative. So if my opinion is going to keep getting pushed out there as talking negative, so be it. I'm not going to change for y'all. Because I haven't changed, y'all. I have not changed. I'm still the same Smook that you heard on the phone lines. When I used to get on the phone lines on TDA and then call out Waylon, everybody know about Waylon on TDA. I used to get on the phone line and call out Waylon. And everybody used to get mad. It used to be half of the fans in there, or the chat be, oh, you can't be calling out Waylon here, OG. I don't care who he is. Marquise Mays. I go back and forth with Marquise Mays about this 425. And he gets some, I'll get some points proven. It don't mean I don't like him as a person. It's an opinion. It's an opinion. It's an opinion, man. And a lot of people won't admit it, but Coach Smook did something that a lot of them were scared to do. A content creator on the sidelines at a spring practice doing team reporting as if he was a journalist. Man, you had never seen that. You had never seen that. And so the moment that started getting too big, oh my God, it flipped. When I started figuring out how to maneuver in this industry and I didn't have to change up, they told me I need to cut my facial hair off. They told me I might want to cut my dreads off. That's what some of the gatekeepers were saying. That's what they're saying now. That's what some of the gatekeepers are saying. That's what I have to go through on the personal side. For everybody that come over and try to judge. Everybody got something to say about Coach Smook. I'm live on Twitter right now. I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitch because I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't never hid nothing. But for y'all to just send my boy a clip to make it seem like I'm disrespecting him, Kangaroo Black, I'm saying it publicly. I ain't got nothing to hide. I ain't got My issues with other people's content is my issues. My opinions with their content is my opinions for their content. My opinion about your content, pure entertainment at this point. For you to say fire OC and DC after the first year production, that's my opinion. That's pure entertainment. It's funny at this point because if you look at Nick Saban's first year, statistically, he gave up 3 200-yard rushers. He gave up Trey Mason. Ezekiel Elliott ran for 230 for us in the playoffs. That was the Nick Saban coach defense. So if we do fire Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan, who do we go and get? That's going to fix the problem. That's going to teach players how to tackle better. That's where I come from. That's when I say that's pure entertainment. Ain't no facts behind it because they give up 250, then they turn around and don't even give up 100 against a team that averages 140. So find the consistency. That's what I'm saying. That's the point of debate. That's the point of having opinions. That's what creates content. So for everybody that takes it and tries to turn it and make me look to be the bad person, that's what I have to deal with. You get what I'm saying? And I could get in my feelings and respond to every comment. Man, y'all should see Twitter. People tag me on Twitter all the time, taking shots at me, talking about my family, talking about my ex-wife, saying crazy stuff about my kids. Y'all don't get to see that. I hide it and I keep moving. I don't even reply to it no more. I remember when I first started, I used to reply. I don't reply to it, but out of respect for Kangaroo Black, I'm gonna say it publicly. I got 307 people between all platforms in here. Clip this. Don't just clip the bad stuff. Clip this because it is pure entertainment when I watch you, bro. It is pure entertainment. I enjoy it. Laugh my tail off. Most of the time I'm probably sipping a cold one and I'm watching your live because I need to decompress from what I do. I get tired of trying to the same stuff that you incite on your channel and the subscribers that you have that come and support me. When they come over here and they say some of the stuff that they said in your channel, I don't ever respond until I go back and I rewatch it and I have to be like, oh no, my brother did it. And it drives my content. So I will be a fool not to continue to thrive off of that. It's nothing personal, brother. It's literally an opinion. Don't take it like that. You got my number. Stop. The only thing I'm gonna call you on, you didn't text me. You didn't text me or call me. We talked November 10th. We talked October 10th. Yeah, all day. September. I done had this number since July, bro. My first time talking to you was in July, bro. June. My first time talking to you was before I changed my number. I talked to you on June 29th. He said, man, I just want to let you know I really enjoy being like this. My brother. We talk. We talk. I check in. I respect him. So yeah, for everybody that want to take shots at me, respect the game. It's part of the hustle. It's part of the hustle. I just need y'all to know that. I had to say it. I don't even want to react to the rest of it because then they're gonna be talking about I'm clout chasing. I'm not clout chasing. He probably felt some type of way. I could see where it could get misconstrued, but KB, publicly, I respect your content. I don't care to go back and forth, man. I'm gonna still have my opinion. Anytime you say some crazy mess about firing the DC and the OC after their first year and they just went 9-3, I got an opinion about that. And that's my response. You're crazy if you really want to send Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan away. You have them come in after a national championship game. It ain't like they were just sitting around waiting for a phone call to get these jobs. They just got done coaching in a national championship game. Most of the coaches on the staff had just got done coaching in a national championship game. They pick up 3 days later. They're coming to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. They're trying to keep a roster together. They're trying to find out where they're standing in recruiting. They're trying to figure out people's names. They're trying to figure out who's actually going to give them a key to their office, which office. All of these things happen, and we're 9-3 at the end of the year. And we need to fire our OC and DC. That's crazy. So for that, y'all know what's coming. Y'all know what's coming. You can't be caught. Y'all know what's coming. Y'all know what's coming. I'm just playing. I ain't gonna do that. Hey, nah, for real though, man. I love my brother Kangaroo Black, man. Everybody that I went to his comments. I think that was his page that replied to my comment. Hopefully he tuned into this one. It seemed like everybody show up for drama. I titled it just like that to get y'all attention. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, anybody else that believe that Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan need to get fired, you're crazy. It's pure entertainment at this point. And the thing is, he has a following and people will sit there and he'll bring out the stats, right? You give up 200 plus in one game, you give up, and then he said The rest of the games they gave up 130. That's a random number. That's a nice number to move the goalpost, my brother. You know what I'm saying? 150. 150 is bad. I mean, Nick Saban had national championship defenses where the defense averaged giving up 101 yards a game on the ground, 189 in the air. So, and how many national championship defenses in the past 10 years have been able to completely shut down one phase of an offense? The last 10 years, we've been seeing a lot of offenses be the catalyst for winning national championship. If we be realistic, the game is evolving into an offensive-led game. So the defensive stats are going to continue to shift. So 150 5 years ago might have been acceptable in championship, was championship caliber, right? But because of the changes and the nuances of the game, it might be 205, 210 now. That's going to be acceptable, and that's what defense is going to have to do. Accept the fact that, hey, we got to keep them under 150 passing and let them get underneath, just rally to the ball. That's what the game might be transitioning to. So some of the numbers that he pointed out are flawed. You got to think, USF game, second half, they get 89 out of the 189 out of 200 some yards that they got in the second half. So yeah, man, it's one of those things, man. It is pure entertainment, right? At the end of the day, I get on here, I react to y'all's comments for entertainment purposes. Because at the end of the day, sometimes I'll go back, if stuff get personal, I'll go back and look at the comment, try to find out where, but I don't go back and like go through each comment and try to figure out what everybody's saying. I don't. Because at the end of the day, I'm on to the next piece of content. I'm on to the next information I'm receiving. I got youth football players that I'm supporting, youth athletes that I'm supporting. Like, y'all just don't know. I spend a lot of the day just talking to youth athletes, man. A lot of the day just talking to youth athletes. I don't just do this. This is the fun part for me. I love this part of the grind. This is the fun part. Let's talk possible playoffs. Man, you know what? I got a show on that tomorrow. We're going to be breaking that down tomorrow. I got a whole bracket. We still editing. That's usually what I'm doing Monday nights around this time. Let me take these doggone shades off. Hold on. I'm up here with these shades on still. The hood got to stay on. It's cold out there, bro. It's cold out there. I had the bandana on. I thought I was going to come on here and roast because I thought he was going to be like talking. Well, he is, but it ain't even about that no more, man. It ain't even about that no more. Shout out to all 284 of y'all between both platforms. We got 86 on YouTube, 107 on Twitter. We got somebody on Twitch. Who on Twitch? Comment on Twitch. Let me see if y'all comments come up on Twitch. Who you think we need out the portal? I don't know, because I don't know. I have a good idea. I know I got 2 confirmed possible portal entries coming this week. Portal announcements coming this week. But who do we go into the portal and get? And y'all know I don't portal watch much. I usually reference other people's research for portal watching. I'm more into recruiting. Don't forget, early signing day, 2 days, baby. Wednesday, National Signing Day. Gonna get to it. So he mad because you said his content is entertainment. He trying to say that all you do is talk down on everybody. Yeah, I seen that, man. It's that. And you know, man, you've been in the meetings. We've actually been in our team meetings and I've been like, man, hey, KB Live, I'm gonna check out KB Live real quick, y'all. Like, that's what I'm saying. So, hey, KB is entitled to his opinion. I feel like Womack ain't it. We have a lot of talent on that defense to be performing like this. So if Kane Womack ain't it, that means Nick Saban wasn't it either, right? But because statistically, Kane Womack defense is better than Nick Saban defense. So that means Nick Saban and Kevin Steele wasn't it either, right? Donnell. And he is entitled to his opinion, but so am I. He feel like they should go. I feel like they good. 1 year is not enough. 12 games is not enough. Kirby Smart went over to Georgia the first year with what, 7-6? 6-7, something like that. Come on, man. Tennessee didn't even make it to the SEC championship, and now they ain't going to win the national. But I hope all Vol fans enjoy a nice little 10-2 season. I'm sure they feel like the national champs. Man, you know what? They're going to be in the playoffs, though. And if Tennessee catch a team like I forget, I was looking at the bracket. If Tennessee catch a team like Ohio State, I like Tennessee against Ohio State. Honestly, being real, I like Tennessee against Ohio State. Everybody keeps looking at the losses and saying that this defense is terrible. This defense is not bad at all. It's actually better than Rico. I keep saying that, but you have influencers that will speak loudly that the defense is not good or is not getting better. Or Kane Womack at Indiana, top 10. Second year at Liberty, and not Liberty at South Alabama, top 20. Second year at South Alabama, top 20. Statistically, all your major defensive statistics, it's top 20. Second year as the South Alabama head coach, and he structured the defense. Majority of the play calling was his responsibility. He assumed those responsibilities. Now he has some assets to work with, and he's trying to figure out these different, you know what I'm saying, these different tendencies that he got to break. And I think the defense is just not starting to click. I understand games like Oklahoma. When you prepare to take some away and they come out and you literally shut that down and they have to resort to their second option and it takes you a quarter and a half to adjust to it, and then your offense doesn't turn around and help you. And I'm not talking about play calling on the offensive side. I'm talking about execution from the players. Kane Womack called a solid defense against Oklahoma. They did something uncharacteristic, but it was not the changing factor of the game. Case in point, time of possession. What was the time of possession against Oklahoma? Was it more than a 12-minute margin like it was against Vanderbilt? Answer me that. Was it more? I mean, that was the problem against Vanderbilt. It wasn't the fact that we couldn't stop the run. We couldn't get off the field on third down. They converted 11 third downs with the pass. So for those reasons, that's what I'm saying. We talk facts. I talk facts. That's why I don't want to get rid of them. I want to give them a chance. Now, if we come in week 1 next year and let's say it's the Florida State. We coming against Florida State, and we know Florida State. They got Gus Malzahn coming as their OC. He goes and does his homework on Gus. If he got a mobile quarterback, he want to use a lot of that pre-snap motion. If we come in next year and we can't stop second phase of spread read option, I'm gonna have a problem because that's not showing any progression. Before the first year, to publicly be influence people to think that it's okay to say that Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan, I have an opinion about that. Simple as that. Man, Shanae, it's not even, it's Saban was a realist. There were games where Saban told us that the defense would struggle against the run, Charleston Southern. and we was like, ain't no way, we're Alabama. And we literally go out there and we're tied 7-7 at halftime against Charleston Southern with the number 4 ranked defense in the nation at that point. Because they're running the game. They won in the time possession battle at halftime. I think the time possession was 21 minutes to 8 minutes and some change. 21 minutes and some change in that game. That's what I mean when I talk about like overreacting and inciting riots. And it's cool. Like the people that follow you are going to follow you. They're going to support you. They're going to have their feelings. They're going to agree because it correlates and it coincides with what they feel. Just like when I say stuff and it correlates with what y'all feel and it coincides with what y'all feel, it encourages y'all to look at it from a different angle. That's my opinion. Stop taking it personal. I ain't say his content was trash. I ain't say none of that. I said it was pure entertainment. Go check out T-Dog. They broke out the whole game, how players were out of position. You see how this game against Auburn, our linebackers one is out of position. What's the only thing, Rico, I've been saying about Kane Womack when it came to this defense? It wasn't necessarily play calling because I know you get an aggressive style defense, you're going to gamble, you're going to get beat. That's why you have to play so safe on the back end. That's why you see the tackling numbers go down this year for players because we're not on the field as near as many plays as we was last year. More plays you're on the field, the more tackles you're going to have. You look good on stats, but that means you out there for a lot of plays. Players' tackle numbers went down this year because we're able to take away the big play. We haven't given up many big plays. We've caused quarterbacks to miss on a lot of big plays, opportunities, so because of the style of defense. But Justin Jefferson, huge difference in the style, in how this style of defense looks when you have a linebacker that doesn't mind run fitting. A huge difference. A huge difference against a team that wants to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball. So that's all I'm saying. And we got 92 people in the chat on YouTube, man. What y'all talking about? Lil Ye, what's that? The only way we getting pressure is Bliss and Campbell. We need D tackle. We need D tackle and edge rushers. What you mean? I want y'all to watch that game again. Yanzi Pierre is getting better and better every week. And I don't even know if he's fully healthy. I see him got that brace on, but Yanzi Pierre, him and Quay Roos are filling in that rotation of linebackers. Y'all got to think, we lost Colt. We lost Keanu Colt and Q Rob. Who else? At the edge. Pierre just coming back from injury. I think Jeremiah Alexander, I seen him getting some edge work at practice. So we're getting kind of thin at linebacker. As much talent is in that room, we're getting thin as far as experience. And that's another thing. You saw right when Sab was starting to hit that stride, he went down, man. This defensive staff did a great job in development. We played how many freshmen in key moments? Jalen Mbakwe. Xavier Brown was the starter majority of the season. Him and Deshaun Jones rotated. Zay Mincy came in and played some key safety minutes. The first game, Sab and Smitty were down. You get what I'm saying? Who else we got? True freshmen on the defensive side. Any other true freshmen on the defensive side making huge impact? I would say James Smith, but he played spot last year. Quay Rousseau, the development of Quay Rousseau on his impact this season. I mean, just the whole. I mean, look at Malachi Moore's growth. Malachi Moore's growth. Uh-oh. Hey, who was Donovan Starr? Why am I getting a follow from Donovan Starr on Twitter? Was he committed somewhere? Oh, that's the DB. No way. Oh, snap. Okay. 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 I like him. See, I see rumors of flip to Bama. Yeah, I told y'all, man. A lot of 5 true freshmen, I believe, facts. But a lot of left seat, right seat. That was my tweet. I made that tweet last week. A lot of left seat, right seat. We're going to push a 5-star. We're going to let a 5-star go. We're going to bring another one in. We're going to bring a quality 4-star go. We're going to bring in a quality 3-star that's by the end of this recruiting, these final rankings, 4-star rating. Y'all see how Michael Carroll, his stock is growing? And I still believe, even if we lose Haywood or Jackson, I still think we have the best offensive line class in the 25 recruiting class. What a prime example of how college kids are these days is what that Bama linebacker pulled on the board. Oh wait, oh yeah, man, that was crazy. Now I'm gonna tell you the rumors about the picture and stuff. I don't even want to speak on it. But that young man, he crossed the line. I think he knows that now. As Keanu Coop was, he was big on trying to make something of himself here. Man, KB, I'm sorry I had to come to this, dog. I ain't think he was gonna take it like that. I'm seeing people's comments over there. I'm like, dang, bro, they bad. I see Antoine Currington over there. I see Antoine Currington, LaQuasia Gordon, all these people that used to be over here that got in their feelings. And I'm gonna say their name because it ain't cool. Like y'all going over there talking crazy about me because y'all in y'all feelings about my opinion. Facts blunt. That's why when you hit me up, like he asked me, he said, what's the problem with I said the junk is pure entertainment. How you calling for an OC and a DC to be fired after year one? As if Saban housed a better staff last season, or the last 2 seasons, or the last 3 seasons. Like how are we as fans realistically looking at the results of this year and having any complaints about anything that happened in year one? They didn't even have a full offseason with this organization. I tried to call him before I did the live, man. That's why I went live. He did a whole edit. I came live. And I don't think it's that deep either for people to be over there trying to bash my name like they doing, especially like people that used to be here and got in their feelings. Like, come on, that's soft. And I said it to their face, all of them. That's how I've been. I was like that everywhere I've been, bro, since I've been on doing content, even in gaming content, bro, I've been straightforward, authentic. And I always said it, I am not for everybody, and that's fine. But to think that I'm bashing people's content, I have my opinion, and I'm gonna keep having my opinion. Lil Ye, how we can't stop the run? We kept Auburn under 100 yards. We kept what, 5 teams on the schedule under 100 rushing yards? And you got to think, how many big run plays did we give up in garbage time? We gave up a 40-yarder. We gave up a 55-yarder one game. Gave up a 37-yarder one game, all in the fourth quarter. A lot of these stats are padded. Think you are right about that. Sheridan, he's got to be better. And I think he was limited to what the original scheme of what this offense is designed to do, because Jalen Murrow didn't show the progression he needs to show, he wasn't showing the consistency he needed to show to be able to dial it up. Because you go and look at the plays, man. Everybody talk about, this player was open, this player was open, this player. Well, Jalen, this is something he's learning on the fly too. So I saw early in the season where he just wasn't comfortable with having to go past the second read. And then you get into week 7, week 8, where now he's trying to go through these progressions, but then we start having problems with our tackle. And then once they get somewhat straight, you got wide receivers dropping passes. Your top receiver, your true freshman, star female, is leading the team in drops. Targets and drops. Which is going to happen. You got more targets and more opportunities for drops. So these are things that I'm saying, like, before we start calling for coaches to be fired or to be replaced, like, let's keep some realistic. And I ain't speaking bad on my brother. Never spoke bad on him. The fact that I said it was pure entertainment should let you know, like, how do people take that as a negative? I played the clip. You can go and watch it live again. Got 1.2K views already. Pure entertainment. It is funny to hear him say, fire the OC and the DC, send them packing after a 9-3 season. That's crazy. And I think that's the problem. Big Orange, I think that's part of the problem. I think in order for this era to fully take off, which Coach Saban has even been hinting towards doing, he doesn't try to interact as much. He's available. He makes himself available. But the closer, and I think it was important for him to stay this first year, because he's the one behind the scenes providing some of those personality traits and challenges that he couldn't do from his stance, from his platform, from the level he was and the legacy he built for himself. And he's probably pushing these guys to kind of challenge these guys in a new way, because they're new to new personalities, new relationships being built. So it's not just X's and O's. Players got to trust the coaches. You're not going to trust the coach. This is your first year with them. You're building that trust. Lawson didn't trust a lot of play calling, and it showed, because I watched Justin Jefferson. I didn't see anybody struggling with getting a play call in on defense this past Saturday. That's all I'm saying. Hey, and y'all, anybody that come in talking trash, don't block them tonight, Mods. Don't block them. Because I'm going to just keep on, on them. Exactly, Jeremy. That's what I said. It's pure entertainment, bro. Pure entertainment at the end of the day. It's content. I enjoy, man. If he go live tonight, I'm probably gonna be in there talking trash because I know people gonna be in their feelings, or they gonna cow up, punk up like they do every time when I finally say something, and get quiet when I jump in the chat, or block my page so I can't see when they talking trash about me. Like that's what I say. That's when I know I got the upper hand because you and your feelings, and I'm sharing my opinion just like you. Just like I get on the mic and on the camera and do it, you can do it too. Why don't you? I started out doing this as a hobby. We have opportunities on the table. They love the fact that I continue to use this platform to get this part of me out. They love the fact that we're not restricted by any major network. They love it. So for every 2 that hate it, there are 20 that love it. And I'm going to continue to do it. That's what I've been called to do. I could have came on it and followed in KB's path. I was inspired by him. I was inspired by Stephen Smith. I was inspired by Kyle Henderson. Structure, delivery, personality. I resource from all of those as I continue to build off of who I naturally am. And it's never been a secret. The greats do. Michael Jordan didn't create his own game. He resourced from players and you know what I'm saying? Kobe did the same thing. LeBron did the same thing. Tom Brady did the same thing. All your greats did it. I look at the other good ones and the great ones and I say, okay, I like that part. I can fit that. I can use that. I can use that. That. Oh yeah, that's part of. I can do that. That feels natural there, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Some of y'all can learn something about being authentic instead of flopping when something don't go your way. Smook, if they in Kangaroo, he ain't no man. See, this is what I don't. So I didn't read the comment, but Tink, I will address this. When people say stuff like this, I say it ain't no clown. I've said this before. Pure entertainment. He got his play. If you want the emotion behind it, you want the fan perspective, you want all the energy from that, Kangaroo Black to want to go to. He not fair weather. He gonna say exactly what needs to be said. It may not be accurate all the time, but even he said on over here, he came over to the channel and he said, you know, we get in our emotions sometimes, we be reacting, you know, it just didn't look good. And I didn't like it. Something got to change. And immediately following that stream, that weekend, Alabama goes out and we play lights out game defensively. I'm in between channels supporting other channels. Even everybody think I got this personal beef with Coach Sean. Y'all, they doing their thing. This is not a panel channel. This is just not. It's not. We have guests. We create entertainment. Panel channel is just not my vibe right now. It's not my vibe right now. So I go through. I share. I share. I retweet stuff for people when I am on. Like, I just have an opinion, man. When I do get ready to go live and I get ready to check my stuff, I see all my boys' stuff, new video posts. I go and I try to, man, what is he talking about? Leave a comment. I leave comments on these dudes' stuff. I'm not hiding my opinion. But you got people that go to their channels and they allow people to say their little stuff in their chats. They don't never check it. So I started backing off of you know, backing people and supporting them. And, you know, I just let people say what they say because it's their opinion. And I'm sharing my opinion and that's a problem. Double standard. You are wrong. I love KB's channel and follow and support, but I take it as entertainment. I don't go over there to hear period analysis and breakdown. I love KB's passion and fandom though. Literally. Who is the 2 confirmed hitting the portal? You'll get it. You got a wristband. You'll get it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. That's your opinion, right? That's your opinion. What you mean, Travis Hunter situation? Talking about what is with the Heisman? Hey, Lil Ye, we just having small talk tonight, man. I don't even want to talk Bama football tonight. I like some of the topics everybody bringing up. Did y'all see the little video with Travis Hunter? Let's do some reactions since we reacting to stuff tonight. Hey, and y'all go over and give me some more clips. I like when my people pull up with the comments, man. I like when y'all pull up with screenshots of comments because it's a lot more people on this mug. Quasia Gordon talking about getting black. Oh my God. And it's certain names when I see them, I know they taking it personal because we have personal dealings with those people, and I could go live and just call them out, put them on blast. you know, but I don't want to. That's not the point of me being here. It's entertainment. But it's a breaking point. There's a cap. We're putting a cap on it today. Stop speaking on my name. Stop speaking on my name. Stop speaking on my name. If you ain't gonna come and say it to my face, don't speak on my name. Hide behind your burner pages, do all that behind the scenes stuff. Stop speaking on my name. That's all I'm asking. With his lady, yeah, you seen that? That's why I thought you was talking about the Heisman, but you talking about what I'm talking about. So yeah, that video, man, you know it's crazy. I say this a lot, man, and y'all might, I might get canceled. No, I won't get canceled. But Kobe Bryant taught me a lot. Kobe Bryant taught me a lot. LeBron taught me a lot. When it came to choosing these women, if they can't stay in the background until you're settled where you're at, like where you're going, it usually don't turn out good. And if you go, I'm just saying, history. These are statistics we're talking. we're talking statistics. I wish nothing but the best for them. I thought, didn't they just have twins or something like that? Didn't he just have some kids? Or was that a rumor? Was that a rumor? But usually, man, the real ones, the good ones, they like to push, they like to stay quiet and hidden in the background. And come on, Travis is a good old country boy, man. I don't think he paying attention to all the fame. He just a personality when it comes to people. He's a people personality. He really shy in real life. I don't know if y'all ever met him. He only comfortable with like people he's around every day, but he really shy. So I don't know. It didn't look good though, because it had his whole energy off, you know, in the interview. There's no way you go out and have a performance like that. Travis Hunter, the energy he bring on the field and the passion he play with, go and have that interaction. You could kind of read lips. He was like, I thought everybody was eating the chips type of situation. I don't know. Yeah. Actually, Travis, my guy, fool, I didn't bring his name up. I was responding to a comment made by one of my members here on the channel when he said Kangaroo Black said the OC and the DC need to go. That was what I was doing. Just like you're here commenting, that's what I did. I responded to a comment. Right. Davin, I thought everybody was eating the chips. Baby, she asked for a picture. You know, that's what it looked like. Nah, I ain't gonna say that, man. You got good women out there, bro. They know how, man. Savannah did it. He did it. Her and LeBron been together since high school, dog. Nobody even knew what she really looked like until like probably till after Ronnie was like 5-6 years old. Nobody really knew who Savannah was until Bronny was like 5-6 years old. By that time, he was established in the league, right? He had already started his ascension. So, yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? Time is a simulator. Life is just, nah, man, I don't believe in that craziness. And it's funny, because I'll tell y'all something else, man. I made a comment about Funny Mane one night, and there was some people trying to take that comment to him. And the response, man, that his people gave was like, man, y'all sitting there. Like, why do y'all, my thing is this, everybody like people like Travis. Why do y'all get mad because my opinion is different from blacks? Why do you get mad? I know you support him. Why do you come over here to my channel and watch it, continue to watch it if you know my opinion is different from his? I tell people, I literally tell people, like, if you want fair weather feelings and type of opinion, I got some channels I could point you to. And it's not a slight. That's my opinion. The jury's still out on that. I'm hearing some things that I'm hearing that a lot of players that we think are going to transfer are really trusting the process with the new quarterback situation. Jalen Milroe, he peaked early in this season, man. He was showing some very high upside. Even with before the Vanderbilt loss, he was showing some high upside. And I'm gonna credit a lot to his injury, but even some of the mechanics, man, inconsistent. He even, after he looked healthy against Missouri, he come back Tennessee game and just resorts back to some bad habits. Some things just need to be cleaned up in order for him to continue to grow. And I think he will at the next level. He's going to get into a system somewhere where he's going to have to develop if he wants to see the field. And somebody's going to go and gamble on him. You know, early second round, late second round. I don't think he's a first round. I never thought Jalen was a first round draft, a solid first round draft pick. I knew this season could help him be one if he was to continue to progress. But solid second round, just like Jalen Hurts. People thought Jalen Hurts was going to have to play running back at the next level. You get to a program, get to an organization. You work with specialists where that's all you have to do. You're not waking up, going to class. You're not on a time limit on how you train, who you train with, where you train. Like Jalen Hurts had all those restrictions. Jalen Miro has shown a different level. I mean, all the quarterbacks in that room have shown growth because now they have the means to go and pay for all this specialized training, off-season training, all of these different facilities. You see the quarterback play elevating. I mean, just overall play of individual athletes elevating every year. So, but I do feel like he's peaked with the offense change and everything. Because who's to say that Jalen Miro couldn't have did better with the stats he had last year? You know, he had some mediocre stats last year in the offense he clearly wasn't fit for. What if he had another year in that system? Same play calling, you know? Who's to say? That's my feels on Jalen Miro. Yeah, Sterling Dixon. I heard something about Sterling Dixon yesterday, and it's because the inside linebacker room. I think Justin Jefferson has one more year to come back. I think that's a good thing for him if Campbell, especially with Campbell and Lawson gone. Justin Jefferson coming back, Sterling Dixon, Justin Okoronkwo, that trio of rotation, right? And I'm telling y'all, Justin Jefferson on the field, and I'm gonna pull up some plays tomorrow when we start, you know, combating some of these defensive coordinator claims that is the defensive play calling. Justin Jefferson did some things that probably weren't even keyed from the sideline. He just was showing his depth of knowledge and understanding and what film work can do for you. I would love to get up there and get inside his brain to see what because there was a few plays he was telling Campbell. One play they stopped. What's the running back, Hunter? One play they James Smith got stood up at the line of scrimmage. He took on 2 blocks, got stood up, but Campbell and Jefferson fit. Rousseau was on the edge. He sealed the edge. Bray Hubbard chased it down from the backside. But if you look at the play develop and you look at the end of that play, all 4 of those guys were going to have an opportunity to hit both the quarterback and the running back. And this was a read option style play. So when those guys were on the field together, they keep their keys because the effective communication has to come from the green dot. Who had the green dot? Justin Jefferson. Huge difference in production for the defense this past weekend with Justin Jefferson on the field. Jalen's definitely going first round if Anthony Richardson can go top 5. The QB desperate team will reach and like Miro's potential. I think the only reason he won't go first round is because there's 3 other QBs in front of him that I think the teams that need quarterbacks right now. You're talking about the Jets might go and gamble for a quarterback. The Giants might go and gamble for a quarterback. Who else? Who else might gamble for a quarterback? Seattle might try and go and get a guy just to start honing to follow up Geno. Like, you're going to see a few rosters with some young quarterbacks over this next season, next 2 years. You're going to start seeing some transitions happening. Guys we were talking about from this season that are seniors this year, they're going into the draft. They'll be realistic starters in 2 years in the NFL. And most of them they might be first round draft picks, but they won't start going into next season. This will be the most talented, NFL unready draft class I've seen in a while for quarterbacks. If y'all think about a lot of talent that just hasn't turned the curve. I mean, like Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart, when he finally calmed down, he's gonna have a Bo Nix type NFL career where he's starting at a pro in a system where it fits. That's why I said Gilbert. I think the Jets might go and get him early in the second round. Oh yeah, 100%. What's that? Cruz? What do you think about there being about a possible transfer in the wide receiver room, quarterback room, and running back room? Well, we all know the rumors out about Justice Haynes. You can look at the carry disparity last game. And I think something is happening there. There's an attitude problem, ego there. I think something is happening there. And he might go where he originally wanted to go in the first place. Ohio State is padding some guys up. I'm just say that. Turbo, he flipped over. But Turbo, I didn't, and I love Turbo. That's my youngin. I'm gonna support him wherever he goes. Shout out Turbo Rogers. I hope he signed with Ohio State because I think he'll see where he fits in that offense rather than going to Georgia. So hopefully he signs with Ohio State Wednesday, since he's not going to be committing to Bama. But yeah, Q-Rob is gone. Q-Rob gone. He's a 5th-year senior. The Raiders, you think the Raiders will go for a quarterback early? Oh yeah, they could. You're right. The Raiders could go for a quarterback early, first round. Man, who else? Who else? Will the Saints? Will the Saints go? Who the Saints got on their roster? I honestly think it'll be a team like Washington. Now that you said the Raiders, the Jets. Heck, you know Andy Reid at Kansas City. He'll go and do it. He'll go and do it. So take him in the second round. The Saints have Rattler. I don't think they're bought into Rattler. I don't think they're committed to developing Rattler. He's still a locker room cancer. Rico said they need a quarterback at the Raiders. Dang, boy. But yeah, y'all, that's my response to Kangaroo Black, man. No slight, man. Pure entertainment. I'm going to stand by what I said. It's pure entertainment. Anytime you want to debate, well, you probably ain't going to want to debate now because you probably think I'm clout chasing, but I'm not. Anytime you want to talk facts, you want to compare numbers, you want to do all that, you know I'm down, bro. Always going to support you. Probably going to be in your live next time you live talking trash, getting everybody inside and rioting all over again because people are funny when it comes to their feelings and their opinions. Don't let Coach Smook have one, but y'all can have an opinion. It's cool. I'm still going to say what I got to say. We got a mouthpiece for a reason. And they're right, y'all. Shout out to the 86 in the chat. That's crazy. We got 86 people in the chat. And I know at least 15 of them is misguided supporters that used to be over here. I wish, you know what? If YouTube showed who was in the chat, you think people would be rubbernecking like they do? You think so? I don't think so. I don't think so. What's up, Matt? And see, everybody that's still that rock with all of us, you know what I'm saying? They know that it's never personal, man. It's never personal. Never personal. And people get mad because I don't go and chase followers. I'm never going. It was a guy named Kenneth. He was like, I unfollowed you. Okay. I hope you enjoyed your gifted membership. And then for everybody that's like trying to really just burn us, man, it's funny because those same people, I promise you, I could be petty and show y'all conversations, but I respect the same bridges y'all think I'm burning. I never really did content for TDA. I stopped calling in to them 3 years ago, but I got Steve and them on my show. I go to his show and support him. Justin Riley and Touchdown and the Bama Standard, I go at them hard because that's what we used to do on that show. Me and Chris James used to go at it. Me and Justin used to go at it. I still go in Ty Hayes chat to support him. Like everybody has an opinion about what I'm saying, but they won't say my name. I respect KB for coming because he heard me say his name and he said something to me. I didn't have to go and find him. He somebody took it to him. He addressed it. But I still don't see that text, bro. I'm gonna just be real. And I done called you twice, so you gonna have to clear that up. Say you ain't got my number. When I seen you make KB cry, I had to come here and stop playing. He ain't cry. My boy ain't cry. It's just people. He allowed his followers to incite him because I guarantee if he would have watched the whole live from how I dressed, the topic of conversation, Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan get fired. That's where the statement came from. That's where the statement came from. The fact that he said, and I'm gonna say it loud and clear. If he feels that Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan need to be fired, he crazy. Fair weather. It's pure entertainment. His reasons, they gave up this many yards in this game and this many yards in this game. I can't go back and find a live when KB was calling for Nick Saban to get fired. I can't. But I remember Ezekiel Elliott running all over us. And he probably, KB, no, he wasn't creating content in 15. I think 2017 when he started. But nobody ever bring that game up. When a third string quarterback and the running back were the literal reason why we lost or didn't win the first national championship, first college football playoff. Nobody talking about that. Wait, let me see. Yeah, I did just have Steven on the show. Facts, man. Facts, Alabama sub. I mean, it's crazy. It's only because I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. It's different. Everybody don't like different. Just like I called out a small percentage of our fan base being racist and making these racist comments at Jalen when he makes a bad pass, but then you celebrate the same player when he throws a touchdown. You know, that's that. And people call me a narcissist. Like, how am I a narcissist? Because I have an opinion and I want to stand by my opinion. Y'all have your opinions, y'all stand by. Why everybody forgetting like Saban didn't let Trevor Lawrence just pass all over? Why everybody forgetting like Saban didn't let Joe Burrow just throw the ball all over him? Why everybody forgetting about Bo Wallace at Ole Miss? Why everybody forgetting about what's Chad Kelly at Ole Miss? Like Kane Womack's defense, David Womack's defense was the defense that freaking shut the Alabama offense down in those games that made it hard for the Alabama offenses. Held us under our season averages. So if David Womack son is using the same philosophy that shut down our offense years ago and added some nuances to it, 1 year, 9-3, statistically, we still in top 50. You come from a defense that was mediocre last year to remain in it. He didn't. Did he rescind? Did he rescind? You can't call for coaches to be fired. Oh, and it was funny when he said it though. That's what I meant by pure entertainment. And anybody that believe like anybody that believe that KB honestly sit here and saying, like, if me and KB was sitting on the side talking right now, I guarantee you KB would not be on no junk trying to convince me that Kane Womack and Nick Sheridan need to be fired. Now he'll be expressing his grunts and complaints like me. My thing with Kane Womack, personnel. First year, I can't expect him to know personnel first year. He don't know none of these players' tendencies. There's only so much highlight film and stuff you can get from highlight film and previous year snaps. There's only so much you can do. And you put those players in position, and when they're not tackling, how do you go and talk to this player without breaking his spirit and tell him he needs to tackle better? You get what I'm saying? We had some trash QBs come through and beat Nick Saban coach defenses. And we're trying to say Kane Womack needs to go. But then I look at what Nick Sheridan was able to do with Jalen Milroe of the 9 interceptions now this season? 9 interceptions for Jalen Milroe, right? Or is it 8? Of the 9, y'all got to remember that his first interception was a drop pass, went through the hands of a wide receiver. He had 2 games in a row where receivers drop passes and he turned to interceptions. And then misread on wrong routes, miscommunications on routes, missed blocks on screens, right? Like all of that ain't on Jalen or play calling. That's just players not executed. I could go through each play where we had a negative play with Jalen in the game, and I could point out how it didn't root from Jalen. And I could also go and show where Jalen didn't make the right reads or Jalen didn't see the read. We can do that. We can go tit for tat. But to put the blame on the coordinators this first year, anything you trying to say about the staff this year is invalid. If we had win it 0-12, I'm right there with y'all. If we had went 0-12, I'm right there with you. We're 9-3. They're going to put us in the playoffs. Let's cheer. Hey, wear your black and red Bama gear this Saturday. Let's do that. How about that? Miss blocks on the strip sack this past Saturday. JP, what's good, my boy? You had to start. We just talked about it earlier. We played five true freshmen. Nine red shirt freshmen. Right? We started the season, red shirt freshman, right tackle. Never had started in a game, collegiate game. Started the season with him. You had, that's the O-line. You had Justice Haynes coming in, Jam Miller, Richard Young, who didn't get many touches last year. Richard Young didn't really get no work last year. Then the wide receiver core, Ryan Williams is your highly talented wide receiver. Bring in Jeremy Bernard, a new player. Not a freshman, but a new player to the team. Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, underutilized in the offensive scheme last year. They were your starters. But then you got guys like Jeremy Bernard emerge. Cole Adams started emerging. It was like certain plays. People forget how big of an impact Cole Adams was making before he got injured. That was becoming Miro's number one target. Cole Adams, I think, had 7 targets in a row at one point. 4 targets in a row at one point. From the slot position. So a lot of things fluctuated for Alabama, and to be 9-3, I don't want to hear any talks about freaking firing the OC or DC. And then you got guys like Darryl Brown coming in here, no profile picture, but start talking crazy, and wouldn't do that in person. Guaranteed. Cole was the punt returner. He was making big plays in the punt return game, special teams, something. Why we not blaming the special teams for not getting a special play this year? We haven't had a special play on special teams yet this season. Have we had did we have a muff punt recovery? JB, plus 10 in point turnover margin coming into the Auburn game. Plus 10 in point turnover margin. When was the last time Alabama was plus 4 in turnover margin? 2016? 2020? I don't even think we was plus 4 in turnover margin in 2020. I think 2016, 2017 was the last time we were higher than plus 4 in turnover margin. But Kane Wommack's the problem. Bubba Hampton's there. He's just young, man. A lot of freshmen out there. I think Bubba Hampton, he's good. Yeah, Zach. I think if Q Rob had and I'm not saying you can control when the player gets injured, but if Q Rob had been injured 3 weeks ago, I think Quay Russaw performs a lot better against Oklahoma. He's able to adjust on the fly a lot better if he had more in-game reps against that style of offense. Because he didn't get an opportunity to see much of it against Vandy, and we forced South Carolina out of it, so. Oh man. Hey, Gilbert, leave him alone, bro. He know not what he do. He's reacting emotionally like a lot of people do. He know not what he do. Alabama haven't been a turnover machine since Kirby. Womack is a great DC. And this is still out for the jury, y'all. I'm not saying he's perfect. But for year one to come in, no continuity with Kalen DeBoer as far as your play calling style and how you have to accentuate the offense and what they're going to do, what they want to do. This was a trial and error type season. Let's put our best foot forward and see what the results bring. How do you call for either coordinator after a year like this? 9-3. This wasn't a situation where Kalen DeBoer came in and there was a staff set up for him. You had coaches already talking to other organizations about moving, before Saban retired. Let's talk about that. You came in an empty stable, empty cupboard of personnel. You had T-Rob trying to muscle you into making him a defensive coordinator. Thank God we didn't do that. Because, boy, if y'all look at Georgia's defense right now, that's the only reason I can't fully be confident in them going against Texas this weekend. So I look at it from all standpoints before I start calling for a coach's job. You get what I'm saying? So that's the standpoint I'm going to keep speaking from. You have a platform, big bro. Bring out the facts. 3 games out of 12, where we give up over 200 yards. I like them percentages. We forced Vanderbilt to be somebody that they weren't. Well, I'm not going to say that. Vanderbilt was the only team we couldn't force to be who they weren't. We made Tennessee complete a big pass to take the lead on us because they were leaning on their run game. We stopped their run game. We contained their run game. We made them. Nico missed so many open passes because of how we were playing in the trenches, how we were affecting the timing, and how we were able to contain the run game. In Oklahoma, they took a page out of Vanderbilt's playbook, something that they had not been doing all season. Jason Watkins, Hall of Fame Jason of Oklahoma, supporter. He came and that was one of the first things he said. This is something that we should have been doing all season. With either quarterback, they would have had success doing that. We didn't have the film to really adjust to it without making crazy adjustments and putting guys in adverse positions that they didn't practice or they're not used to being in. Get what I'm saying? We shut out in Midwest Kentucky week 1 and they immediately gave us natty expectations. I blame the rat poison for all these fair weather fans. Oh, you remember that, Jordan? And got mad at me because I said that's exactly what we're supposed to do. I'm excited because we did what we were supposed to do. Let's wait until we get in a conference play to start talking about these adjustments. But there are some tendencies. Week 1, there were some tendencies and indicators that this was going to be a great year. I knew the adjustment phase was going to be a tough one, man. Our fan base is spoiled and expects perfection every year. It's not going to be perfect. Give it time. The thing is, this is about as close to perfect as you can get. Coach Saban was 2 plays away from being in this same position last season. Do y'all not understand that? Do y'all not understand that Coach Saban was 2 plays in 2 different games from being a 9-3 team last season in the regular season? And he had a talented roster too. Everyone was talking about how TH got snubbed from the Thorpe. And I was thinking of all the past Bama players that got snubbed for a ton. They can join the crowd. Yeah. Travis T. Was that you? Oh, that wasn't you earlier. I was about to say, wasn't you just talking crap about me earlier? That wasn't you though. I'm sorry. You got a whole doggone wristband, my dog. Appreciate you for the support. Yes, pay 80 people in the chat. Everyone go smash the like button. 100% that. I'm here, man. I wasn't even gonna do a live tonight, but I'm up talking. We talking football now. We might as well go ahead and talk playoff bracket. So let me go ahead and get my graphics up and we'll break it down. Since we here, we'll go ahead and talk about it. Dad, did you put one in the this is the custom one that we was working with. I'm gonna put it over here real quick. There's an official one out too, Thad. On 3 put one out. Could you find it? And if you can find the white, tell them to go ahead and one of y'all can post it. The one that On 3 did, I like the layout on there. It's pretty solid. How I look too. But yeah, I'm over the KB stuff, man. I ain't got no ill will towards them. I promise y'all. And y'all can go clip everything you need to clip and send it to them. Cause I text them. Simple as that. I text him. I called him. Hopefully he understands. I told him I appreciate. I just got tired of it because it's some people that's over there in them comments that if I put their name out there because they cashed out a brother $20 after they was so supportive of Kyle did you dirty, you should have been left. The same people that's talking on my name over there now were the same ones in the chat. You should have been left, Smook. You should have been did your thing. You the best content creator out here. Some of them same people that's in his chat now, that's in his comments, were the ones saying, KB over there tripping, dog. You speaking truth. But then when I say something to attack their truth or what they feel is truth, now they want to go back and incite this. So all the flugazi fake stuff, I don't like that around me. So if that's what you are about, then I don't mind you not showing up and giving me a subscription or a like or a share. That's fine. That's fine. But don't try to go and speak on my name. Don't try to go and twist my words. Pure entertainment, KB. Matt Farms, tell him we went through it. Y'all remember when we thought Dubose was going to be like, we just knew it was going to be after Stallings. I knew Stallings. I figured Stallings was going to keep us at least till 99, 2001, right? 03, right? College football. That's really when college football started. You started seeing a change in college football. I already know, Zach. The boast for 2 days. Yeah, that was funny. Appreciate it, Dwight. Yeah, this is the one right here. So I'm only using this. I'm not using this to put my top 12. I'm gonna still put out my top 12 tomorrow. But I'm only using this because this is, I guess, the official. If it were to start this Saturday, this is what the playoffs would look like based off the AP poll rankings, right? AP poll, which have been very indicative to what the CFP rankings have turned out to be. And so I'm looking at some of these matchups, and let's get this on the screen right here. I'm looking at a lot of these matchups, man. This would be an entertaining first round. Tennessee, Ohio State. Like I said, I think Tennessee beats Ohio State in Ohio State. Georgia, Indiana. I don't know. The way Georgia's been playing, Indiana might catch them slipping. Going up there, Georgia having to go up there. Notre Dame, same thing. We would have to go up there and play our best game from start to finish to put them out the game because they're a scrappy team. They scrappy. They not great. They not super athletic. They scrappy. They find ways to stay in games. Oh yeah, man. And that's another thing. KB, you a vet, bro. You know this trash talk stuff don't let these folks get you caught up, man. They want to try to see us go against each other. They get mad because they think I'm inciting and talking bad about other people's content. They try to use black on black crime. I'm being straight up. Nobody get mad when Stephen A talk about Shannon Sharp take or another you know what I'm saying? People say what they want. It's an opinion, man. It's an opinion. It's part of the industry. I love it. Arizona State, Penn State. I think Arizona State whoop Penn State. But at the same time, people don't want to give Arizona State defense credit for being an actual legit defense this year. And I think this will be the game where they will be able to prove that. SMU, they assuming that SMU is going to win the ACC, keeping Clemson out the way of us having a discussion to be in. They're assuming Texas is going to beat Georgia. What y'all think? Texas or Georgia? We're going to talk about that too. And Oregon, yeah, we got Oregon winning that Big Ten outright. Got Oregon winning that Big Ten outright. If Tennessee could play for more than 2.5 quarters a game, they can probably beat anyone on this bracket. Yeah, on their side, they'll beat Oregon. They'll beat Ohio State. So let's play with this little black bracketology thing real quick. Let me see. So all I'm gonna do is put it on Miro. Copy image. Let's go to Miro. And I ain't backpedaling. My boys is pure entertainment. Don't be clipping stuff. And that was some fair weather mess. KB calling for the OC and DC after year one. You better than that, bro. You better than that, KB. Don't be giving these fair weather fans no energy. We got a whole offseason to focus on. Got a whole offseason to try to keep these people. Because you know what's crazy? We get in the playoffs. Watch the energy change around the playoffs. Watch the energy change around the team. As soon as we if we don't make the national championship, watch how I flip. And that's what I mean by fair weather, man. We can't just appreciate the success that we've already experienced, right? We can't appreciate it. We gotta hearken on the things outside of their control. Like, I honestly can't blame Kane Womack for the defense having 24 missed tackles through the first 3 weeks of college football. The first 3 weeks, 24 missed tackles. I can't blame Kane Womack for that. I can't blame any of the coaches for that. Hey, he the only one that I rock with, Bamonomics. He the only one that I rock with. He's the only one that I rock with that I felt comfortable enough speaking on, because everybody else was getting their feelings. But you see what happened. And I honestly don't think he in his feelings. I think it's more so y'all. So I'm gonna start speaking on him. I don't know. I ain't talked to him yet. I think it's more so the fans, whoever clipped it and sent it to him. That's what I think it is. But yeah, Bamonomics. And then that's what my question is to everybody that's calling for the coordinators. Who we going to hire? What coordinator are you going to bring in to learn Kalen DeBoer's offensive system to call plays for him that's going to do it the way he wants it done? Because it ain't like you can go out and get a Steve Sarkisian or somebody to come in and be a OC. So that's crazy for y'all to think, to ask them to go and get another coach who's already established in their style when Nick Sheridan is developing and had games where he showed the capability to call a great game. And then the defensive coordinator, he's leading the league in turnover differential. Something that he promised. He said, we're going to be fast, we're going to swarm, and we're going to try to rely on our front to create turnovers. You know what? A lot of these players on our defensive front didn't get a lot of snaps last year. And the ones that did get a lot of snaps last year, they were used to playing this 2-gap scheme. Tim Keenan's just now starting to feel comfortable shooting gaps and attacking gaps to chase the quarterback again. You saw angles, guys, their pursuit angles were way off early in the season because now I got to pursue, I got to shoot a gap. I'm beating a gap. Oh, snap, I beat the gap. Oh, dang. Can't bend my hips. Now they're shooting gaps and being patient on their pursuit angles, being consistent on their pursuit angles, and it's providing a better product for the defense. That's what I see. That's what I see. People forget that DeBoer wants someone to run his system. He has to get certain guys, just like Saban did at DC, 100%. Why do you think Kirby stayed for as long as he did? Hubbard is definitely that guy. So for them, and my thing is this, to have a guy like Hubbard producing the way he is in this scheme, that goes to show you that a young guy who has no freaking previous set way of doing things on the collegiate level, he was receptive to the tutelage and the scheme and the development, the teaching points, and he's thriving. Malachi Moore, we've seen his change. Guys who didn't, Jaheim Otis hit the portal. Curtis Perry saw that he wasn't going to be a good fit for the scheme before the fall camp. Hit the portal in the spring. Who else on defense? My guy Peyton Woodyard. It wasn't about going to Oregon and starting, because he's not starting at Oregon. He's playing some solid rotational minutes like he would have done here, but he saw that what the vision that they wanted for him in the scheme wasn't it. So he made the move, and it benefited him. Now he gets in the scheme. He gets a year to learn it. He wasn't thrown into a situation where he had to go in and produce immediately. He gets a year to learn it, and watch Peyton Woodyard next year for Oregon be an impact player in that secondary. Alabama didn't have that luxury. They didn't have a system that was set in place. They had to evaluate on the fly. So that's why I say you can't call for the coordinator. Can't call for the coordinator. And that's the points I've been making all season. When Coach Shanahan was talking about, these boys ain't playing with no heart, I agree with that. But then you turn around the next week when they do show some, and it's like we flip the script. Why can't we be consistent even in the negative, right? Even in the bad. Because it's one thing to talk about facts, but it's one thing to be giving an opinion and saying stuff like fire him, bench him, replace him, he ain't it. All of that's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. Now, when you got 2 years of film or 12 games of film to watch, like we did with Henry To'oTo'o, and we see every time he's on the field, there's no positive production, that's a different thing. But you got a guy like Miro who's inconsistent. I'll give you 2 plays Henry To'oTo'o made in 2 years as a starting linebacker at Alabama. I could verbatim remember 2 impact plays as far as what he struggled with, run fitting. Am I lying? Am I lying? Oh yeah, Noah Carter, him, Jay Sean Ross, Duke Johnson, all those young guys that's coming in. Next year, y'all think we was hurting at the edge this year as far as, experience. Next year, y'all going to see how deep the rotation is. Y'all going to see how deep the rotation is. Our girl Megan said, I think the defense is going to be all right. The offense feels like there is not enough football to keep everyone happy. Hey, and that's what, with Jalen's style. Okay, let's talk about this. Let me go to the news station. I don't need to be in the blackout room no more. Let's go to the news background. Night skyline. Let's go to the skyline. It look hostile with the black background on it. Let me take these headphones off. Ugh. It look hostile with the black. I don't want it to look hostile no more. But yeah, so I look at it like this, man. And this is just a continuation of development. I look at Jalen Milroe's stats. He has more interceptions this year. No returning receivers from last year. No real returning production from last year. He had to learn a whole new group of wide receivers as far as his primary guys that's going to contribute to the production of the team. Started off hot against lesser opponents. When it gets a talented Georgia team, showed his tail for a half, gets injured in the second quarter. And we see when he's not able to properly go through his mechanics, he looks like old Jalen. And because he can't go through his mechanics properly, right, because of the injury, old Jalen resorts to old tendencies that have to carry through 2 or 3 games. We go 1-2 in that stretch, and now the world's falling. But nobody's looking at the fact that this young man is still playing and still putting us in position, and we're still in position to be in the playoffs. And I guarantee you, if Ty Simpson was to take the reins right now, that would be the worst mistake of Kalen DeBoer's career. Right now, just to sit Jalen. This is the second year he's defied the odds and put Alabama in position to be in consideration for the playoffs. Bamanomics, do you believe they run Miro too much? I believe Miro makes the wrong decision to keep the ball too many times. There's 7 plays in the OU game I pointed out in the second half where Miro should have handed the ball off. Even though the defensive end was pursuing the running back, Miro was not paying attention to the alignment on the offensive line. Anytime you're in an even front and there's your overhang is head up with the tackle, the overhang is the one making the read on the running back. That could be a safety or a linebacker. I mean, he's the one that's going to have the run action to his side. So if the running back is crossing left and the overhang is to the right, he's keying any run action to his side. That could be the quarterback on the read option. In Miro's case, it's the quarterback going that way. Love running to the right. That's his favorite side. So Brad Venables, being the great defensive mind that he is, he said, I'm not going to let the defensive end be the guy that has to keep up with Miro. I'm going to put some more speed on him just to contain him and keep him forced inside. And that's what they did. So you know what Nick Sheridan was saying? Miro is not the defensive end you need to be reading. It's not even the outside linebacker. Watch for the strong safety that keeps walking down. He's starting out in too high, but when you get in your cadence, he's walking down. And if you don't go into run action, he's planting and getting back into his drops or picking up anything coming across his face in the pass concept. That was the simple adjustment. Simple adjustment. So if Miro hands the ball off, instead of trying to hand it off, instead of trying to make plays and get his name back in the Heisman running, it's a totally different game against Oklahoma. It wasn't like we were struggling with time of possession or any of that. Execution, and he played selfish that game, and it showed. It showed. Do you believe being an Ohioan, the way they acted was super embarrassing. They embarrassed the state. When? Talking about Ohio State? Or who? Talking about in the Ohio State Michigan game? Showed up to Ty Son's panel and And see, it's funny that I ain't gonna speak on it. I'm gonna let it go, Matt. Simpson hasn't shown anything to take Merrill's job. That this includes practice, scrimmage, or games. Bama Anatomics, I will say this. If Simpson was thrown into the fire because Merrill gets injured, I'm not worried. People have this misconception that I don't like Ty Simpson or I don't think Ty Simpson is good. Ty Simpson just doesn't give me opportunities that Jalen Merrill does. I've said that from day one. As long as it's Jalen Merrill on the roster, and I'm taking a Jalen Merrill. Unless you give me, like right now in college football, unless you give me a Cam Ward, I'm not shoot. Honestly, I don't know how Jaden Rashada stayed at Georgia this whole season. I don't. Give me a guy like that can really change the game with everything he brings to the table if he's clicking on all cylinders. And so this is the philosophy behind it. My philosophy behind it when I'm picking my guy or choosing to say, okay, this is my guy. If I feel like I got the best game plan, I want somebody that's going to be able to operate the best game plan and give me options even when my play call is bad. Miro saved Tommy Rees so many times last season as the quarterback. He saved Tommy Rees. Bryce Young did it for Bill O'Brien. It's very few coordinators that come into the collegiate level 1 year and get guys that just fit their system. Joe Brady was probably the last person to do it with Joe Burrow. Systems that they were familiar with, lingo, everything was good. He doesn't. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if we had a Jaden Rashada on the roster with Ty Simpson and Jalen Merrill, and Jaden Rashada is in spring and he produces, and him and Ty Simpson are on the same level, but he can't go up and be a more consistent passer than Jalen Merrill, guess who's getting the nod for me? Jalen Merrill, because he has the experience, the in-game experience. Now, we get in the season and Merrill struggling in the game, guess who's going to get an opportunity to be thrown into the fire and showcase some composure? Jaden Rashada. You know what the coaches did when they looked at Ty Simpson's game from USF game? They looked at how unprepared he was when he got the word that he was going to be the guy for the moment. They looked at that, and they looked at how he responded. And Ty Simpson even admitted he didn't take that game as serious as he should have. He wasn't focused. So you know what? I think the staff this year, I think he's realistically the guy that's the transition guy to Keelan Russell. They're going to give him a realistic opportunity to be the guy this season. But they tested him this year because there were games where Miro could have bowed out. It could have been a bad game. He could have been subbed out because the offense was struggling and sputtering. But he maintained his composure. He kept supporting his teammates. Right now, a few games he was pouting and stuff. I didn't like it, but Ty Simpson had to learn because there was times where you could see on the sideline his attitude, his demeanor wasn't that of supportive teammate. But now you see it now. Even the Oklahoma game, I saw a supportive teammate. I saw a supportive QB too, right? And those things matter when you're trying to really transition a program under a new regime of coaching and staff. So Ty Simpson has positioned himself he's in the perfect position to take the reins and show us what this offense is really going to be. They was playing tug of war with that flag in the middle of the field. Coaches was getting hit. It was ridiculous fast. Yeah, it was crazy. I got to go watch the video. I heard about it. Smook, I know what you was about to say. Those who've been here all along remember that introduction was a great night. Facts, 100%. Ty will be the Mac Jones to Bryce. I like that. I like that comparison. I like that correlation because it really is what it is. That really is what it is. Ty is going to transition smoothly into this. He's got a year now, and you know what? Ty actually gets to have those conversations. Him and Dylan get to have those conversations as backup quarterbacks with the OC, with the QB coach. If you have to go in, this is what we're trying to get Miro to see. If you go in, you got to be able to look this way. You got to be comfortable. Trust your protection. Don't rush. But this is what you have to be able to deliver if we're going to be able to win with you in the game. I love QB Coach Mitch, man. Coach Mitch, he's a guru, man. Jalen's improvement is solely to me, as far as his mechanics and his delivery, is solely to him. When he got injured, you saw all of that go out the window, and that can't happen. I think Jalen Merrill is an early second round guy. He might go late first round because, to somebody's point earlier, Anthony Richardson went in the first round, y'all. I like to see more of Austin Mack since he's been under KD already. I don't like to get that misconception. He was there for a year, but he really wasn't doing much. He was more so scout team. You gotta remember, he came in as an early enrollee. He reclassified to get there. Sitting in the film room is one thing. He finally got an opportunity to do it on the field. You saw his flaws there, saw his youth, but you see him progressing also. Like I said at the beginning of a little bit earlier in the show, every quarterback in this quarterback room, I believe, is progressing and getting better. Like I don't look at garbage time and see a drop off in ball delivery. Like Ty Simpson has the prettiest ball. Dylan Lonergan has the best touch on the ball, the most accurate ball. Austin Mack probably has a strong ball. Merrill has the strongest arm of the group. They all have their specialties, but as far as development, they all do everything at a winnable rate, at a winning level, to where if they be consistent with it, they can be elite talents. Yo, Sark used a 2 QB system against A&M. We could use Dylan and Ty. I don't think Dylan's still around to split snaps. He's too good of a talent. But Dylan's not driven by that. You know, Dylan, I think he's bought into just being at Alabama. Same thing with Ty. I think Ty's bought into being at Alabama. If Keelan Russell really comes in and outshines Ty Simpson might just take his chances and not be a starter in college football and go to the league, take a different path. I could see that because he has NIL. Ty has a lot of support. He has a strong following. He's just quietly waiting his turn, and I respect Ty Simpson for that. Shout out to my guy Jason Bernard for the $4.99 super chat earlier. I don't know if I said thank you for the super chat, but I appreciate you. This was supposed to be a reaction response video, but we talking football now because that's what it's really about. That's what we was talking about when I said my boys' content was entertainment. And it is what it is. It is what it is. So, hey, it went from wanting to be live for an hour to almost a 2-hour live. I'm trying to get off so I can go see if any of them live because I want all them people that's rubbernecking right now. We had like 108 people in here on YouTube at one point, but because they ain't getting no drama, you see where they went. People want drama. They get mad at me for having an opinion, and then get mad because I won't continue to entertain the drama. I value me and KB's relationship and what he's done for the industry more than a follow from some fair weather fans. You get what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me. Pure entertainment. And then like it's like he love to, like most, like all of us. I will go and I will gloat on facts about other teams that are overrated, that are getting by. Like his takes on Miami, I go and I agree with all that. But it's like when it comes to our team, when it happens to us, our demeanor changes. And I understand. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to laugh at your cousin, but then when it comes across your front porch, it's a little bit more personal when it hit home. I understand that. Fire OC in DC. 1 year, 9-3, chance to be in the playoffs. Fire the guys that got you there. It is, man. It ain't just drama to me. It's an opportunity for content. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Tap in tomorrow morning. Make sure y'all share the live stream up, man. We're creating a link. It'll be up midnight. We got a schedule set for all of our links to be created at midnight or be pushed out at midnight. So when y'all see the link, when y'all wake up early in the morning, make sure y'all share the link. We're gonna get into our bracketology. We're gonna get into Alabama's path into the playoffs. What need to happen with the other teams surrounding Alabama for us to get into the playoffs, and make a push for the national championship. I think we can make a real push. I think we could create a real push. And Daryl Brown, come see me. That's all I'm gonna say. I got a whole inbox. It's funny you've been sitting here rubbernecking once again with no profile picture. Jay Penny, that's all I'm saying. So when I hear another content creator that I respect, and I thought me and KB had got past this whole fire to DC. Let's let the season finish first before we start trying to call for jobs. And I don't think I 9-3. 9-3. It ain't like he had to do what Saban did and come in and have a staff waiting for him and work with that staff. He had to go and build a staff, a defensive staff at that. We only had one returning defensive coach, Freddie Roach. So you got a whole new staff and you want to fire the guy that's leading this staff, that part of your staff for you, after his first year going 9-3? That boy Darryl Brown. Hey, this must be somebody's child. He keep calling me a crackhead. Crack is whack, bro. Crack is whack, bro. Oh, Zach, tell him. What they say? Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Don't get touched. Pause. Oh boy. Crack is whack, buddy. These people only see the losses and they don't see the losses, and they don't see that the losses was because of missed tackles and failed assignments. I've been targeting that all year, man. I've been saying it all year. Our defense has to tackle better. We just have to execute. We had tackling problems last year. Caleb Downs was our leading tackler, our strong safety was our leading tackler last year. Let the extra he said, she said go. I'm past the drama part. I'm still talking about the take of Alabama defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator need to be fired. And anybody else that's inciting that, I'm going to speak on it, man. Who live right now? I know it's somebody live. Let me see. I'm going to react live. Because there's other people in the industry, if you go and listen to their takes on Alabama football after I've been live, and I no gloating, I'm in some important circles, man. I'm in some circles where when they say stuff on these national platforms, SEC Network, ESPN, CBS, like I'm in some of these group chats on Telegram where I don't necessarily have access to speak, but I've been added to them because, and you're talking about group chats with 18 to 25 members. This ain't like no 300. This ain't no message board stuff. So a lot of times my thinking is not swayed because of what I see content wise. These are conversations where I'm having actual dialogue, where it's not debate. It's just dialogue about inside information that's being confirmed. And we talk about it and I bring it to the platform the way I want to. And they deliver it the way they want to. So, and when a lot of it correlates and it's a lot of relatable facts being thrown around, it's easy to target the little guy, right? It's easy to target the little guy and say, oh, he can't say stuff like that. He can't have an opinion and say my name when he said. It's easy to do that when it's the little guy, but when Paul Feinbaum or Josh Pate said, y'all don't go and try to get their attention and you know what I'm saying? You bring it to the little guy, which is cool, and I appreciate it. I'm built for it. Oh, and then another thing, y'all. I don't have no problem with no channels. I don't have no beef, y'all. I don't have no beef. I don't beef with nobody. None. They're not paying me. Nobody's like, none of these people are paying me for it. None of these people. The people that support me are the ones that I rock with. And I don't see any content creators in my chat right now that ask me to support their content actively. So what you all ask for, my opinion, my authentic approach, my delivery, that's what I'm going to keep delivering because that's what I want to do anyways. That's the only reason you're watching my content, because I'm being me. So yeah, that's where we at with it. Shout out to everybody that pulled up to support tonight. Shout out to the misguided haters. Shout out to the AAA family for standing strong, pulling up, bearing arms, standing up for the Coachman Network. But I don't need y'all to go into their comments and start trying to back and forth with any other, even the old AAA members that we cut ties with. We ain't got nothing to prove to them. We so elevated right now as a community with the people that's sticking around and really supporting what our vision is. We're so elevated. Stuff like this is a pastime. It's good for us to acknowledge that we respect KB and what he's building. It's good for us to go out there and put that precedence out there. But it's also good for us to stand strong and say, You Fairweather if you want the OC and the DC to be fired. You and everybody else that believe it. Simplest. Your Alabama Crimson Tide are 9-3, and you're calling for coaching changes after a year. Billy Napier's at Florida right now, doing what he's doing. Norvell is at Florida State doing what he's doing, and you're calling for Alabama coaching staff that followed up the greatest coach of all time to make crazy changes after 1 year, after 12 games. After 12 games, we're talking about a palette, like one serving of what these guys can do for us. And if we're being honest, they're carrying the same trends that they had at their previous stops. Let's talk about Kalen DeBoer's offense. Fresno State went there first year, up and down, inconsistent, better than the year before. Second year, better than both previous years, just astronomical changes, right? Offense and defensive production. And he didn't have nothing to do with the defense. He just went and got a coordinator that was going to accentuate his offensive play calling style. Goes to Washington, first year at Washington. 2 losses, first year at Washington, right? First year at Washington. Offense, inconsistent. A lot of instability. Second year, national championship run. Better talent, better production. And the defense struggled. His defensive coordinator at Washington, they didn't accentuate the play calling style for Kalen DeBoer's offense. Right? So then he takes that team, goes to the national championship, shows up to Alabama, and now we're on the brink of a playoff berth. He assembled a full staff. There was only 2 coaches who were retained from the previous staff from the Saban era. Coach Gillespie and Coach Roach, who if we be honest, if we agree as a Bama fan base, for all the real Bama fans that say that they're real Bama fans, of all the coaches that was from Coach Saban's staff, if we want to have any chance of being in the runnings for recruiting, Coach G on the offensive side, who running backs, RBU, Alabama RBU, and then Freddie Roach, linebackers, defensive linemen, the trenches. Coach G has good insight on the trenches too, because he's a running back recruit. So when he's going to look at running backs, he's trying to see why they run so good. Oh, that's a tackle right there, coach. Let's look at this tackle over here. Or you go look at a game and it's a running back over there that's not fast. He's a 4.7 running back, but he's breaking for 80-yard runs. You're trying to figure out why. And there's a guard and a tackle combo on a 318 that's just mauling everybody. And you're looking at their skill set. You see how green they are. You look at their size and you catch them as a junior and you're Alabama. That's what I'm saying. So when people get mad at me for my opinion because I'm calling them fair weather, it's because you're out here, you're not considering all of the facts. Those are facts, what I just stated. These are real things that happen. Coaching staff changes. I mean, your recruiting style had to change. You had to figure out how to, you didn't even have NIL to access when you first stepped into office. You didn't have a collective behind you. You had to convince the booster club to support the hire, right? They approved it, but they weren't in support of it off rip. They was listening to the Husky Harrison chants. They were listening to the Husky Harrison chants. We just hit 2.35K while we was on live too, just to let y'all know, celebrate. Roll Tide, Diane. Matt and NIL and Porter on top of facts, man. We literally had to move. We brought in new furniture. Like Kalen DeBoer he was still getting his office renovated when fall camp kicked off. Come on, man. Come on, man. So that's what I'm saying. So if you are on the train of firing Kane Womack, Nick Sheridan, if Kangaroo Black, his words and his ideology of behind firing those and getting rid of those guys is what you support, then you're fair weather. And at this point, saying stuff like that is pure entertainment because there's no facts or stats to back why they should go. If we accepted Saban in those weak moments, we can get Kane Womack has only had 12 games. I want to do something. Can somebody, Dwight, that one of my mods that's in the Discord mod group, can somebody go and pull me in the season stats for Coach Saban and Alabama defense in 2000? And I ain't even gonna do 2007. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna do 2008 when he got to have Kirby Smart as a defensive coordinator, right? And it was a national championship run. They fell short in 08, 09. I want them to do 08 and 09. Don't even do 07, because then they gonna move the goalposts. They're gonna say he didn't have Kane the board didn't have his recruits, he didn't have guys that he worked with, none of that. Create a whole same thing. Didn't have to compete against NIL. Saban didn't have to go against Portal. He had top in-state guys who could have when dang, who's the damn coach before Frank Young got fired. I mean, imagine if the Portal was around in 2009 or 2008 after losing to Florida in the SEC championship. Imagine if the Portal was around back then and NIL. You know how many teams, USC, all them teams that were just, falling from grace. Texas would have came and got Julio, Mark Ingram, Damian Square, all them boys, all them freaking mammoths we had up front, all them defensive linemen we had up front, Terrence Cody, them linebackers, Upshaw and all them boys, McClain. Well, our roster would be getting picked. LSU haven't been too far falling from grace. 07, right? Auburn. In-state battle was real when recruiting was under the table with the money deals. We will see a huge difference when Nick Sheridan get his gunslinger watch. Oh, 100%. And that's a direct shot at Jalen Miro. He peaked early. But him peaking is good enough for us to win a national championship this year. Jalen Miro at his peak, when he's consistent on delivery, his best form of him is not NFL caliber, but at the college level, it's unstoppable. And Nick Sheridan, Coach Kalen DeBoer and Coach Sheridan, they understood that. And that's why we are 9-3 right now. Never been a dynasty. And the fact that some players bailed out on him to go play for a team like FSU, oh, brother. Right, facts, Nate. So when we talk about firing coordinators and all of that, that's when you're going to get a reaction from me. You're going to be called Fairweather, and you're going to find yourself on the Fairweather Fan Report. So expect Fairweather Fan, Fairweather alerts on all the comments in KB's chat. Like, I'm going to continue to support. It's pure comedy and entertainment at this point for me. I love it, especially when people start speaking on my name. You give me a reason to amp it up. So, thanks to you all, the content's going to get better. Going to keep grinding. Going to keep growing. Going to keep pushing. Going to keep supporting the real ones. Going to keep accepting the real ones. We're going to keep converting these. We're going to keep converting these Fairweather fans. We're going to keep saving one Fairweather fan at a time. That's the mission here at the Coach Smook Network. That's one of the missions. We're going to save one Fairweather fan at a time. We can't save them all, but the ones that we can save, we will. All right. Shout out to Kangaroo Black and the Kangaroo Pack. Ain't that what they call y'all? And no jokes, like ain't they call like the Kangaroo Pack or something like that? KB Pack. Well, I'm out, man. I'm gonna go finish my setup for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna hit the gym tonight. I want to do a late night session, man. I want to do a late night session at the gym tonight. Because I did chest and back today, but I really want to go hit back again. I had to rush up out of there because y'all had me coming in on the show. Right, Mary J. I don't know why, man. Well, I do know why. I mean, I like to watch. I ain't gonna lie. I get on YouTube and TikTok and I watch a fight, street fight every now and then. It just does something. That's our nature, human nature. But you won't catch me hating. Like, I don't hate on nobody. I don't hate on nobody. If I think it's trash, I think it's trash. I never said nothing KB did was trash. I said it's pure entertainment. He wasn't stating facts when he said his reasons for wanting to send Kane Womack and defensive coordinator Nick Sheridan, the part I was in the live for. He wasn't stating facts. Now in his response, as I continue to listen to it in the background, he pulled out this paper. Y'all know I love when he do that. Pull his notepad out. He have his pencil. You know what I'm saying? World Star. World Star used to be that spot. Appreciate that. Look at my graphics, guys. Shout out to my graphics team, man. The White and Thad, man. They really been on top of getting y'all all this information we be talking about. Y'all done turned this into a whole freaking live stream. So this is Coach Saban's the defensive numbers. And this is a different era of football too. This is 2009, right? That this is a run heavy league that Coach Saban. This is 2008. This is a run heavy league where you were averaging teams were averaging 40 plus carries a game, right? Teams were averaging 40 plus carries a game. Coach Saban, I mean, if you had a game where somebody passed the ball against Coach Saban, or in the SEC where somebody passed the ball more than 25 times in the early 2000s, the 2000 to 2010 era, it was in the Big 12 or the newly formed Pac, 2008. So looking at these defensive stats, and then we just need the ones. So offense, defense, games, we gave up just as many average completions. We gave up more completions than we were averaging. People attempted 30 pass attempts. Like I said, you had your one-offs. You never had 40 pass attempts like you see averaging across the SEC now. People's completion percentage against Saban's first year under his new staff was over 50%. People averaged 189 total yards against this Coach Saban defense in passing, right? And they averaged 2 touchdowns a game in the passing game. Let's go to the rushing. 26 attempts against this defense. They kept them under 100. Mind you, this was a style of play. You come into this scheme, they were running a 3-4. Coach Saban ran a 3-4 when he first came on the scene. Putting 4 linebackers on the field. Right? Run game averages 2.7. Shoot, you got more opportunities to contain it. Transitive property, like these are stats that I could use in arguments that would debunk the fact that Kane Woman, because I could go and look at these stats and we could dive into a deeper. I could tell you that I guarantee you the only stats that's defensive stats that made Alabama's 08 defense start getting buzzed was the yards, the rushing game. We were in a SEC in a conference where everybody was running the ball. So you could put 240-pound middle linebackers out there that's going to stuff the hole. Right, that's going to stuff run gaps. And you saw what happened when we were behind the power curve on changing that up, our style of recruiting, right? That's all I'm saying. Saban not going to West Virginia. Somebody said Saban going to West Virginia. Who said that? Who said that? Saban, I don't think Saban coming out of retirement. He enjoying himself being a media personality. Shout out to Coach Saban. Shout out to Alabama Nation, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up again, man. I'm your boy, Coach Smook. Tune in tomorrow, 8 a.m. We'll be live for our morning show. And yeah, man, I love the energy around it. I know people gonna come back. They go, man, what happened? I don't care to go back and forth. You want to know what happened? Go watch his live, his video, then come watch the live. We ended up talking more football tonight than I expected, which is great. Lets you know where my head is, where y'all head is. I appreciate y'all for continuing to support. Everybody still supporting. We came on the live tonight. We had 2,342 subscribers. We're ending it live right now with 2,350 subscribers. 2,351 subscribers here on the Coach Smook Network. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for supporting and being a part of the network, man. Because we're doing great things. Doing great things, y'all. 2,351 subscribers here on the Coach Smook Network. And y'all, don't forget our year as a network in May. We're going to celebrate it May of 2025. We're going to celebrate. We're actually not going to celebrate it in May. We're going to celebrate our year on A-Day. On A-Day, we will celebrate that weekend. So be on the lookout for that information, because you definitely want to book your rooms for that weekend if you want to enjoy the whole full weekend of festivities and things that we're going to have lined up. It's going to be a vibe, man. It's going to be a vibe. We're going to have our own tailgating area. It's going to be a vibe. Got 62 likes on the stream, Thad. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That means we really do got some support. And everybody that's rocking with me, I appreciate y'all, man. And for the snakes, don't come back around this grass. You might get choked out. You might get choked out. We putting mothballs around Thad, Jordan, Bino, Mary J, Shawnee, all Matt, Jordan, Susan, Jason. Y'all get the mothballs out, man. Get the mothballs out. We need the mothballs. They starting to raise their head again. But thank y'all for being here again. I'm your boy, Coach Smook. Catch y'all in the morning. See y'all on the next one. Roll Tide AAA SOS. And when you see me, don't forget to holler at me and say, put me in the game, coach.